to our Timberborn Mega Build series. We started and ended the last episode with some explosions, and now we have the biggest explosion I've ever done since the last biggest explosion. So this one I've increased the field of view of the game, and you can see that basically this entire outer ring is now loaded with explosives, ready to finish off clearing out the base of the reservoir. I also built a little bit to get here. We've done so much kind of micromanaging. I've moved all of the stuff that was here out, and we have lost our connection across. So one of the things I'm going to need to do is get a bridge back across here. But that is a problem for the future. For now, what we want to do is we're going to turn off the HUD and we are going to start exploding things. So that should get everything going. As I said, this is the last of the work that we're going to do in here. The only thing that I might tackle is changing the outer shape of the corner that I don't like, but I'm not too worried about that. This thing holds so much water. The next projects, I think, are going to be populating the top left of the map, using this water to generate even more power. And yeah, just expanding things. Then maybe we'll come up with some more crazy projects. If you've got ideas for crazy projects on here, stick them below. I'm probably at this point a video ahead, so it will take a while for them to filter through, but definitely open to your ideas on what we can do. Yeah, there we go. So almost done. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? I went from having completely full dynamite stores to having almost none. They may have started to recover. No, we have 700. So yeah, we used an awful lot of explosives. The tunnel is still there. I might end up removing that, I'm not sure. We're going to delete those, and just for neatness I'm going to delete the rubble. What's happened in the meantime? So over here we are continuing to expand the water wheel network, and once I've got this more complete, we will lose the diver up here and have it flow through here. But we're just waiting on some more terraforming and stuff, and I probably what I actually need to do is not have that be terraformed. I'm actually going to, yeah, I think what we want to do is have that level, have a couple of floodgates there, and then continue. Yeah, so this would be, I'm hoping this is going to work. Let's try it. We probably only need one high floodgates, because at this point the fluid is not very deep, and then I'm hoping that that's going to let me put a yep. Right, I think we could go too high if we really wanted. What's the smallest metal floodgate? That's 2, because you can build on top of those. Let's do that. And then, yeah, it'll be power wheels. So we need to, I don't think we can get to some of this. So probably we need to throw in some ladders so they can, and we'll get that done. And then we'll work on changing how all of this works. But yeah, that will allow good water. We can set up so good water can come in here, keep the bad water flowing through, and we can go as far as we want, really. Yeah, so yeah, I want to start working on this corner of the map, because again we've got another perpetual power source here with the bad water source, and we've got scrap metal and just lots of wasted land. And then along here, I think what I want to do is start reshaping this so we can fill it with power wheels. Not that we have a problem with power now because of this guy. We are getting to the point where the 4 giant power wheels are almost full. I also want to work on connecting up the power grid. So over here, top of what we've got going on up here, we've got this going on. This is now providing enough power that we can run the number crunchers, but what we should be working on is bringing power across here somehow to supply this area, because this area could really do with a bit of a power boost. So probably, I think the kind of obvious option is to take power out of here and then run it along the mountainside, but we need to get up there first. So I think what I'm going to do, get in there and select that good path. We'll high prioritize building a ladder there. We'll go ladder there, and then 1, 2, 3 ladders. So we're going to need a platform so they can build the rest of that. That gets us up to here. So shouldn't take them many moments to build that, wouldn't have thought. And then we will start off with a stack of universal power shafts to get us up to that level. And then I guess kind of we'll maybe run game saving. We'll run around along here and then drop down, and then we can connect in to these water wheels, I think is the plan. So something that I've learned with the game is that just very badly optimized. It doesn't work my computer particularly hard. I'm rendering a video in the background and the computer is still not working hard. Yet if I turn up the game speed, the FPS crashes. And yeah, I mean, I know I've got 1,000, between beavers and bots, 1,000 little beasties running around, but yeah, it would be a good thing when they do one of the updates to do some more optimization for large colonies, because we have very big maps, and yet we have a game that kind of struggles when things get very big. So that would be cool. We should be building this really quickly. So yeah. Then I guess what I want to do is run around the outside corners first. I'm going to use 4-way corner pieces. We might have an issue there. Maybe at that point we drop down. Come on. Yeah. There. So we need to be running some path so we can get to all of that. Hopefully we have. It's going to be a challenge. Oh, we get built what we can get built. We'll then work on either exploding stuff or changing the pathing slightly, but first priority, get as much built as we can. So, yeah, a lot of this should be really quick to build, so particularly as we have an insane amount of builders. I just love watching these little dudes work. It's pretty nuts. Fast things get built on this, particularly in this district, because there are just so many builders. But yeah, my thinking is actually we could probably put in the other one there and there now. There and there. I know these are kind of unnecessary, but you know, eventually you're going to want to tap power in, so why not just accept it at the start? Yeah, this will make a pretty big difference to how the power is distributed around the map. Let's see if we can go up to triple speed. Not lose too much. Just kind of watch these guys work. The other nice thing is all of the colonies are so self-sufficient now that I can just focus on one thing, and they'll just have to occasionally dip in and check that things are working. And yeah, that's kind of good. Are they getting this done? Yep, awesome. So they get that in. We can start running these. You know, the only spot we have a problem here. And can maybe do that from above once everything else is in. So I think once we get here, we're going to go round the corner. I do like putting that piece on the top. And then, yes, really. I think this is linked to the main district, I think. And we're going to just remove that with a little bit of explosives. And we'll... then we should be able to build off of that. Power shaft. No. On them. And put a power shaft on top of it. I think we can actually get away with putting the high power shaft there as well. Right, let's do that and those. So that's working. So we'll put a four-way there. That's everything is so quick. So that's, but they can't get to this stuff because they've built that for, no, because I put a staircase, not the ladder. And that's so many times. If I put a ladder in, I should be able to get to that. That needs to go in. That can now be connected, and that can now be connected. But they can get to that. Awesome. Yep, we're getting there. We're getting there. I said everything happens so quickly. It's crazy. If we can build that one. And we want to do right off of there, off of there, and on the corner we'll do a four-way. I think they can get to all of that from the different directions. Great. Please tell me no. Okay. Power. Put the corner in there. Then we'll work on these ones. I think if we delete the ladders once we're there, we should be okay. And then we can delete these bits apart and connect the corners as we retreat. It'll be good. So it's that one and that bit. Yeah, that's all hooked up. Pretty nuts, isn't it? Really nuts. Yeah. These guys do need a much better power supply, and they are about to get it. So if I delete that, really not worried about picking stuff up at this point. I'm just going to delete it. If I delete that, they can't get to that, so we're going to need to put in a ladder, and then they should be able to get to that. At the same time, we'll delete the unnecessary bits of path to save our pathfinding calculations. Just going to check. Yes. I don't help myself by playing on ultra recording, but I tried to make nice looking videos. As soon as that's in, they should then be able to get to that, which they now can. So we'll get that built, please. And it's just these few corners, and yeah, we will. Oh, they must have shut off the geothermal for a bit. So I do have. I think maybe I don't. Or maybe it just stopped. I have the geothermal set to run constantly. Maybe it ran out of water for a bit. I'm not sure, but that power took a bit of a hit. So yeah, interesting. Oh. The nice thing about the smart power mod is it does let you see that everything. I'm not going to worry about recovering any of the scrap. I will delete the parts once we're done. Come on, there we go. So we need to connect this corner. There we go. So if we need to maintain connectivity, we can just come up here and across. But we shouldn't need to. So in fact, while they're doing that, we'll delete some of these paths. I'm not sure if I imagine having redundant path is not good for the pathfinding algorithms in the game. So right, that's in. So let's now delete those, and we want to do a straight piece. Ignore the hunger signs, they're fine. They've got loads of food. They just have to remember to go eat. Which beavers don't seem the best at. 42 spare bots. So we've got lots of spare bots to use to free up some spare beavers to seed our new district, which I will start working on in the background. I spent 20 minutes doing this. It will get this built. This will hook up the two sides, so 30,000 and 690,000 should turn into a bigger number. There we go. So that is 3 of our 4 districts. So the farming district, actually 5, because that's technically a district. 4, that's technically a district. So we've got the power district, farming, main district, and the forestry area all hooked up now. So that's good. That means that these shouldn't have to run as often, which is cool. And we can, if we bring a bunch more bots in now, we can get all of this running, which is cool. We probably need to build a lot more storage in this district, actually. Got a lot more trees now, which is good. Hopefully, I did set them all to be cut. So we did get to the point where the trees were growing as fast as I could cut them down. And by expanding the forestry area, we have overcome that, which is good. So we could probably do with bringing in some of those 46 spare bots to do more tree cutting, to run all of these. Actually, let's turn everything on. See how many we need. Let's put the minimum up to say 110, 115. And then we can throw in some more lumberjacks. And we will sprinkle those around the colony. The problem is we don't have many clear areas to put more lumberjacks. So what I need to do is tell the game not to replant some of these trees so that we can put in a few more lumberjacks when we get the space. Those areas are okay. This is the one where we need a lot more. I think I could do, because this area is dry, is run a path up here and put in a couple of lumberjacks and maybe start building in this area. Go back one. Start building a new storage system. Now, there's a lot of trees to cut down there. Yeah, anyway, I will be back when I have more stuff to show you guys. So it's actually been like I hate that expression. It's been about 10 days since I've recorded on here because I had the whole week off thing. I haven't actually played this save that much, but I've done a little bit. So I've started working on getting some power out of here because this is essentially going to be perpetual power. So been working on that. We actually need to move this now so that we can get the last what I think will be the last wheels in. So we'll throw some ladders up here and build a couple of wheels. I think we can get wheels here. So we probably want them to line up so that they look nice. And the way things work in Timberborn, and I am not really an expert, but as long as the base of the wheel is over where the water is, it'll be fine. So probably actually what I want to do before I build that one is we should just delete that random piece there, and then we'll carry on straightening this at this level. I took out the weird bump that was here as well. I think that's mostly what I've been doing. Maybe a bit of extending this still. So I took a bit of a break from this save. It's one of those ones that gets quite time consuming, and yeah, we're in the middle of a drought, which is not so great for this area because there's no water flowing, but that's okay. We're going to head over to this area because I want to start building a colony over here. We do need a path to it, so we've got a couple of options. We can come from here. We can come from here. We have a random piece of dynamite there. Or we can come across here, I guess. Any of them are equally as valid. So I really just need to get some way of getting here. And probably want to come out of the main district. So let's run across from here. Off we go. We will start the process. And we're going to need some sort of district crossing at some point. You know, it might be more effective to not go in a completely straight line. But at the moment, that's what we're going to do. And we might want to, as we start to move water flow about and that kind of thing, we might need to change this so that beavers aren't going into toxic waste and all that kind of stuff. But I just want to get over here and get some sort of colony established. So probably what we'll do now is drop down into this potential future river basin, and we will work our way along. So then we need to, what I want to do, get up into here and basically try and mirror what we've got over here. So, and ideally, I'd kind of work out the height. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 blocks high. From the very bottom. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Lost count. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So if we do it off of this level, we will be the same. So that's good. We really want to get up back here, I guess. So let's get building some more stairs. Yeah, look at this. It's brilliant, isn't it? Yeah. We're going to need to clear out these trees as well. I guess, actually, I can't decide. Well, that was done, wasn't it? Right up to a tree straight away. But probably, because we're going to be working in the soup, we want to use bots over here. So we are going to quite quickly want some power to recharge bots. And I'm hoping that in general, we only have 6 excess bots at the moment. So that's a thing. How are we doing in this district? This district, we are 23 bots short. I think I might have misread my numbers there. This district, we are 5 bots over. So, yeah. We have a shortage of chassis. So, let's make sure which one of you, I bet one of you didn't tell me. Limbs, heads, limbs, yeah. Which one of you didn't tell me to swap them, eh? Heads, limbs, chassis. So what have we got an excess of particularly? I think we want to build this is where we end up having what some would say is way more than we need, but I generally find that actually you kind of need a bit more. So yeah, we'll get another one going on chassis, and once we've built up a bit of a stockpile of said chassis, we could then maybe put another bot assembler in here. I think we've probably got the capacity for that, if I'm honest. So, and why wouldn't I be honest with you guys? I know. Yeah, we'll get that going, and hopefully we can pick up the old bot production. So, bit of a hiccup there. Probably need to. Yeah, we need to be thinking about once we're up here. So we'll come this way now. And this is all a bit of a mess, isn't it? All a bit of a mess. I wonder whether we would be better, actually. Yeah, I think we'd be better coming up here initially. Best laid plans and all that. Let's just pause you for now. And there. 1, 2, 3. So that needs. Well, actually, it might not need a platform next to it because there's a bit of land there. It might be okay. We'll see, and then we'll come around that. What I'm thinking is we probably want to get some power generation going. What I'm thinking is that we throw in a quick, cheeky power wheel with a high power shaft and some charging. We can then, yeah. This is going to be a bit of a long process, I think. So we need that there. That'll get them up there. We then need to, because we're going to use bots, we can just drop down in here. And power, not power, like water. And then we're going to put in 2 bad water discharges so we can keep that flowing permanently. That's the first steps. So we will need metal blocks, gears, planks, and explosives. So metal blocks, planks, gears, explosives. Metal blocks, planks, gears, explosives, please. And yeah. I guess somewhere in here, once they've built, what we'll do is we'll prioritize building these. Once they've built those, we'll put in a district crossing and create a little district of our own to work on doing that. And so what that's going to look like is, because it's just going to be bots, probably don't need a hauling post, because I think I'll put the district crossing quite close and rely on haulers from the main district going a really, really long way. I mean, I guess actually, let's just do a bit of a sneaky, that's 230 there, or I guess we need it to be connected, but if I went down here, it's 198. Okay, so it's going to be about the same. So it's probably worth us actually connecting it to both and supplying it from both districts. So that would involve, now do we need to worry about bad water and bio beavers? We might here. So what we'll do is we'll come across like that and like that. And then we'll build a bridge. Yeah. Like that. And then we'll come up here. And then somewhere in here, we'll put in our district crossing. And I guess, yeah, let's do that and that and that. So we're going to need to destroy that tree. Yeah. That'll work. That will work. So Let's make sure that they're high prioritized for these as well. There we go. Cool. So hopefully that'll all get built nice and quick, and I'll be back when we've made some progress on this stuff. And welcome back again. We're in the middle of a bad tide. I've got to admit, I'm not a fan of this kind of splurged mess. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, we do have access down here. So what I'm thinking is I am going to break out the terraforming, and we're going to try and push it so that it goes into the river system down here. So that's probably going to be a little bit of work, but that's okay. We have an army of beaver bots that are not afraid of a little bit of work. So I'm really hoping our builders, I think at this point our builders are all bots, because otherwise they're going to be going in the toxic soup, which is not great. But yeah, I think that'll be, it'll just look a bit nicer if I'm honest. So that is entirely the reason that I'm doing it. So go up there, and then we'll just push it across like that. The map doesn't need to be anywhere near that high, really. And probably it is worth... Can they get to that one? Yeah, they can. So the bad tide has ended, so this is all going to go away anyway. But what we're going to do is we'll run staircases down, and then they can build it from above, because that's probably going to be easier. Yeah. I'm guessing that might look a bit neater if it's pushed off into there rather than sprawling across the whole map. In other news, up here we have 1 and a bit bad water discharges in. Started building up the back wall. We basically need to build this bit up to be up to this height, and then we can start thinking about putting power wheels in. Over here I've started building in the water wheels, power wheels, whatever they're called, large water wheels, to complete this section, and then we'll have to work out how we're going to continue it if we are. Unpause you. So the biggest problem we have at the moment is not really making use of this power, and we could probably do with connecting it to something. I've also expanded our bot production down here, and we now actually have some spare bots, which is good. We probably need to send those to District 1, because District 1 is a bit short still, I think. Let's just run back over here. And yeah, massively short. So to address our general shortage of bots, I've started putting in bot production over here. You need some storage for bot parts, and what we're going to do is I'm going to actually, should I sync them? Yeah, let's sync some big warehouses. So we need to go back 1, or think, let's do 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we would need to... No, they're not 3, are they? They're 2. Storage. Large warehouse. Yeah, they're only 2. So let's want a bunch of double dynamite. That's the correct amount. And then we're going to have to upset a bunch of stuff by planting. Oh, I can't put it there, can I? No, we're going to upset everything, but this is going to be better in the long run. So what I want to do is I'm going to put double dynamite there. Let's high prioritize those ones. We can put some staircases down to get to each of the warehouses. And then I'll put back the platforms, and then we can put some bot assemblers on top. We can probably support quite a few with this setup. So yeah, that'll be good. They should be quite quick at building these. So did I really screw that up that badly? I did put double diamond. Did I only put a single there? Landscaping. I'm confused. I can only go down one. Oh, that's a thing, I guess. Okay. Oh well. So we can't completely bury them, but we can partially bury them. Okay. Alright, let's put those back. I prioritize them so they can get back in there. I guess in that case we might as well delete a bunch of that and just put single dynamite in. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So actually we're going to end up with not wanting that. We are going to want to have like that. Is that right? Yeah. Oh well. It'll work. It'll work. Let them get that done. Yeah, I figured it was a good idea because this is hooked up to the main power grid and they're producing everything that's needed to make bots. So, and they use a lot of bots, so it felt like a good idea. I guess we really want them to be focusing on that, but we'll get the last of the dynamite in as well. So everything is a priority, so nothing is a priority, and all that stuff that I normally rabbit on about. I always find it weird that they're basically, that's because they've got no space to store anything, so we should get the storage made. That would be a good idea. Right, detonate. So yeah, we'll do storage, large. I can't imagine we'll ever get to the point where we will actually have enough to fill large storages, but let's be optimistic. Let's make those a high priority. And then we'll do science, bot assemblers, 1, 2, 3, and we'll loop the power out here. So something like I would leave that there actually. So they can build power from underneath, can't they? So guessing actually we're going to need to take power out of the side there and then come up. So let's high prioritize that so they build that first, and then power along there, and that'll be good. And that'll give us 3 bot assemblers there. Now in theory each triple can support 2, so we should be overproducing. So what we'll do is, based on that assumption, we will also put one up here. And let's just make sure that the selecting the district center to make new jobs bots doesn't seem to be working for me, which is a bit of a thing, but hey, here's what it is. Yeah, I'm going to high prioritize that, and that. And moderate prioritize those, because then we can start making bots in this district, which will be good. I'm assuming that, yeah, we've again got 10 spare bots, so let's migrate them across to here. What I need to work out is, so yeah, the other thing that I was doing and is still happening, but actually now we can science. We're building. I need to unpause it now. The tribute to ingenuity to give our organic beavers a big old boost. So it sits on top of the housing. We need that to be built to actually give it power. So, yep, that'll be okay. That'll be okay. But yeah, what I was pondering is we need to work out. So our minimum for bots actually is not that, because we've got a lot of hauler bots, but we should probably try and reduce that. Yeah, but we have got some spare organics, so let's pause a couple of those. Let's whiz back over here and see how we're getting on. So that's in. I want them actually both open. The reason I've built them is to be able to keep them flowing during a drought rather than anything else. So hopefully, why is that too far from a district? Because they've not built those, so we need them to do the rest of those. So I need them to be importing logs still, which they have stopped doing. So do that. We need to build a little log store. Where's me long pile? There it is. I like these. Put that in and make that for logs, and prioritize building that, and then that will keep them importing logs, hopefully. So yeah, and the idea is that we basically, I'm guessing that's the tribute to ingenuity bill. Basically we're going to box in this, so something like this. Is going to be the process. Come on. Thank you. And what we'll do is we'll stop it here. And then we'll have it try and vaguely line up with this. So guess what I need to do, not we. Doesn't involve you at all, really, does it? No. What I need to do is draw a line across the map, which is going to be the edge of that, so that I can get it in the right place. Let's do that. Or the game is ever so laggy, and I'm on my good computer. That's where we want to have the in inside edge of our water wheel channel. So we actually need to shift over a little bit as we come out of here, which is fine. We can work on that. Let's just get this initial box built first. Back down here, we can build the next water wheel. So what am I trying to achieve on here? That's a really good question. Well asked. I want to get the power built this side, and I basically want to try and get these to meet in the middle. We'll get those hooked in to the power grid. I want to then get so that I can start to retire all of the beavers. I think, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that goal. That's kind of a secondary goal. I just want to get most of the map kind of populated. So maybe we'll make some sort of colony here. That would be good. We'll need to find a way of getting water in. Maybe a spur off down here. I like that idea, actually. We would have to divert the bad water off there. And we could spur good water into here and have a little colony here. Yeah, cool. They've picked up construction of this, which is good. This is almost built, which if we get another bad tide, we will see in action. And yeah, it was just to kind of stop the sprawling mess that is generated, really. I guess in theory we might want to make that a bit higher. It should be okay, but just in case. This is working well. We've not run out of water. We are on kind of easy mode, so it's not really a surprise. You need to be bots. Let's get them to prioritize the power now so that we can actually power this. Your bots, you're set up to be bots when you kick in. So you're short of bots, so we need to send more bots over to this district. Can we spare 14 bots? We can spare 14 bots. That is district Metal Forest, that's the one. So the minimum is 115, so that'd be 129, wouldn't it? There we go. Hopefully it's taken off from there. Yep. Cool. Excellent. So we should start making bots. Please. Making lots of bot parts. Look, we've got little bits of bot parts down here. So hopefully we will be making bots in this district now. I'm going to spin on. I was watching Stormhaven Gaming this morning. I'm going to play on for a bit, and I'll be back to wrap this video up. I am working on connecting the power up. We're in the middle of a drought, so it's less useful, but let's see. Oh, it's so close. I think it would be beneficial for us to dynamite that corner off, which means we need to be able to get to that corner. Probably easiest way to do that is to do that. I'm going to high prioritize that. We've got a lot of little building things going on. So over here, we've bridged over the path. I've moved the path a bit. We've come down here. We're building a weird, loads of random staircases and stuff to get to places. We've got to here. And then I thought I'd start working from this direction. And then I thought actually the power shaft tunnels that I've been using on the other stave might be a really sensible idea to do some of this. And actually, it kind of feels like maybe they were for that bit. So we can then run along the... Actually, we're very close. So bit of a high power shaft. And then a little bit of a jink of a corner. And we're good. So with that done, I'm going to get rid of these because we really don't need them. And I don't want to be taking power out of the colony for that. But I want to be making use of that power when we're generating it. So yeah, that's all good. Other changes that I have made, so to improve the efficiency of getting stuff into up here. We need to put a bit more building in here. Let's do that. Let's move this path one. Yep, one. Because even though I don't have very many beavers here, they're building really quickly. I guess it's because they only have the one job to do. We can do that way. That one needs to go that way, and then those go that way. Because some stuff they can do from ground level and some stuff they can't. So that's going to come across there. On this side, we're going to keep going to there. And then once we are level with that, we'll move it across. So let's get that done. But yeah, what I've done is I've put in warehouses. I haven't put in a warehouse for the dirt. Or a pile, I guess. Let's do that, because dirt's the thing we're using most of. So, pile. I prioritize building it. I've also put in a large water wheel, a medium flywheel, and some charging and a control tower to help improve the efficiency of the bots that are coming all the way over here. I've started working on the thing that I spoke about with putting in a channel here to stop the bad water at this point, and then we can bring in down good water from above and make this a nice little colony. Up here we are continuing to build more and more power wheels, so we need to put that in. I'd kind of neglected the fact that I needed to build all of the power connection stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What we can do is we can keep building them on this side, and then I can use that as my reference. So yeah, and yeah, this works really well. Just opening a few floodgates and letting the water flow out does a brilliant job. I did put in this big stream gauge, but we don't need it. So yep. I think we'll try and finish with getting this done. Then we'll call it a day or a week or whatever. Kind of weird doing these the way I do them, but yeah, we'll call it a thing. So I'm going to prioritize that by haulers. I did think about doing the same thing over here, but I haven't yet. Kind of what it is. Up here we've got all of these wheels in, but at the moment, as I said, they are static. That I bet they can't get down there now, so let's give them some access. So probably just throw a staircase there, and that should let them get to that. That they can't get to, of course. So if we do a platform there, they should be able to get to that. hook up all of... Why is... silly me. Silly me. That's not going to work at all, is it? So we're going to need to... I wonder if we can build one of those. So if we did a 9 instead. I'm sure some of you spotted that. No, it needs to be built on ground. That's okay. We can put a piece of ground there. And then we can do power 9. There we go. And then we can just do a high power shaft there and we'll be good. Awesome. So that should connect up all of that. I guess the next challenge is if we want to connect all the way over to this district. Over here, I decided to really double down on the bots and make it 9. Why aren't you working? Short of some bits. 9 bot part factories, which should support 6 bot assemblers. So yeah, we're doing that. If I go into this district, we are actually short of metal. So luckily we have many metal people, so that should catch up. And we should then have some more spare bots. Around here, we just have a general shortage of bots, as we always seem to, but hey, it is what it is. Over in this district, how are they doing? They are, wow, 13, because they make all the food, I guess. They're pretty good actually. 21 well-being. What's there? They don't have much wet fur. We need to get into coffee actually, and maybe a bunch of basic stuff. Can't really get around the back there, can we? What I'm thinking is we will actually cheese this a little bit because it's iron teeth. I think they appreciate it. Beaver statue, beaver bust, roof. I think the iron teeth appreciate that secretly. And probably the way to do it actually is just chuck it all on top of their house. So, decoration, because that way they get brazier an area of effect. It is, yeah. I'm pretty sure the clock is an area of effect. I'm pretty sure the bell is an area of effect. The lantern is an area of effect. The shrub is an area of effect. Is an area of effect. What we need to do is deprioritize the ones that are at the front, so they build the ones at the back first. Yes, I know that's mega cheesy, but I really don't care. How are we doing over here? We are good. We are good. It's still cranking out all of the science. Yeah, that's good. We're actually at the point where we still have a decent amount of vacancies. How's this working? Good. So let's get back to doing more of this. If we concentrate on it, we'll actually get it done fairly quickly, probably. And at the same time, I will unpause those, and I'll just pause the last couple. So the idea being that we have some levees across here to block it. I love how quick everything happens on here, even when it's a long way. And we've got dynamite there, so it's not quite so far, but it was almost intentional, wasn't it? Up here, they've already built all of the stuff that I planned for them to build. So let's plan some more, shall we? So we need to... Actually, we just need to come all the way across here, I guess, don't we? Let's get rid of that. Let's put that there. That can go there. They can be deleted. Come on, keep going. They can go there. They can go there. I think they can build all of that there. Hopefully, let's go back over here. Get more dynamite placed and try and get this all done in the next few minutes. So, go back over here. Yeah, so I think then probably we do need to rotate it like that. So I guess for now we should leave open a few spots to get out the bad water. But we probably need to have a staircase down there, and probably it would make sense to give them a closer access point like that. And then what we need to do is move this across. So there. Delete you. There. And then I think that's going to be our... Yep, that's going to be where our water wheels start. For some reason, I've suddenly made it one higher than it needs to be. So that's the start of that. Drought's over. The only tricky bit I can see is that we probably aren't going to be able to place the piece there. Unless we do that. Yeah, so we might have to do that last piece like that, which is not ideal because that means we will... We delete that one as well. That'll leave us that little strip there. That works. That works. We can, yeah. We'll pluck and blow most of it. And then finish building. Yep. Happy. In fact, we can now delete the bridge. Detonate that. Come in, place the rest of that. Prioritize building this. That bridge to nowhere can go. And yeah, that'll be another interesting little change. So what I did ponder, ignore that, that's not there. I did ponder getting water to flow out of here by upping the number of mechanical pumps here, and then we'd have water flowing down here, down here, down here, and I guess it would go out here unless we block this, and then it would go around here and to here. So think about that. But actually what we can do is have it come down here, I think, and just limit the amount that comes down. That made quite a nice waterfall actually. So yeah, if they could just get this finished, that'd be awesome. How are we doing over here? They are hammering through that. So we are also going to need to detonate all of that. We need to get up this side really to be able to work, don't we? So let's enable that. Probably the easiest way to enable that is just to build some stairs. Just bots. No. So that we can rip out these dead trees. Yep. There we go. So we're looking at choose path 1, 2, 3, 4 wide. So coming up there ultimately. Like that. So probably what we should do is what I'm going to do is that. Come on, that. Yep. And that'll be the start of the water wheel run. We're going to need to fill all of that in as well to this level. That's right. Yep. Start working on that. Down here. That's in. Cool. Excellent. So they just need to finish that up. That'll dry out. And so next time we will work on bringing water down here into this little pond and making this a nice little colony. Carrying on with this, extending this, probably we need to try and link the power up over here. Hopefully we will have now resolved all the bot production problems with mega amounts of bots. Looks like we need to, how are we doing for, we've got a decent amount of scrap. We need more metal production by the looks of it. So it might be a thing we need to address in this district, is upping the metal production. So we can ramp up the scrap metal production a bit, but actually getting more metal produced might be a thing we need to do, which I think we can do relatively easily. At least to a small scale. Like that. Wonder if we don't need many of those either. Let's swap one of those to be a smelter as well. So logs, is it just there? They're not getting enough scrap metal in. So what if I make that scrap metal set to obtain? And we put in a hauling post. Now we're making a lot more bots. You can see him standing about doing now. And back over here, back over here. Yeah, there we go. So let's blow that up. That in. I prioritize that. Not worried about those. Where was that other piece? There. Go. Come on, come find this. We can blow it up, and then we'll be in a really cool place to start building this new colony of what's going to be luxury beaverage, I think. There he is. I hate that they don't just put it and have it blow up. Landscaping dynamite. There, these can go now. You need to be chopped down. Made good progress on this today. Or this week. Right, and that's done. So happy with that. Cool. Anyway, hey, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have enjoyed the video. If you did, click the like button. Comments, questions, or suggestions below. Thank you to the patrons and YouTube channel members, and I will see you next time.